Okay, here, Metal Boys. Look at this. The Metal Boy shirts are now on sale. Just go to the video description to find out on how you can purchase one. Metal! The Metal Boys! Yeah! The Metal Boys! Welcome back once again to the Metal Voice, the Metal Queen.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Always great to talk to you. And yeah, I'm very
Doro,
happy. Too long.
you're one of our favorite guests, and I think you're the most passionate metalhead I've ever met in my life.
Oh, really? Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, and I just woke up. I just took a little nap because I'm going to rehearse with the guys in an hour. So yeah, I'm not on top of my game, but when I see you guys, then it's I'm very excited and happy. Yeah.
And social media, I follow you on Doro's channel on YouTube, and there's always something popping up. I love it. Is that a lot of work for you to do those little clips?
Oh, yes, we do. Actually, all the platforms from YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and X and I guess TikTok, it's a lot of work. I have some help. My best friend is helping me and filming and all that stuff, but I never thought I would do it. But now I'm doing it almost every day. And that's the sign of the times, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You got to do it.
Warrior
If you're not,
go ahead. Sorry.
If you're not doing it, who's going to do it, right?
Exactly. And it's actually fun. I like it. I always get in contact with other bands or musicians I have toured with for a long time ago. So yeah, so it's actually it's cool. It's cool, but a lot of work. Yes.
I wanted to say warrior of the sea, not warriors of the sea. It's warrior of the sea, right? The new single, you can download it. I'm assuming there's a video coming out for this.
Yes, actually, yeah, we will film it in actually Saturday and Sunday, and I'm doing my first cruise. It's the first cruise we are doing, just by ourselves. It's called the Metal Queen Metal Cruise. It's in Germany, and the first day is totally sold out. Saturday is totally sold out, but Sunday there's some tickets left, and we're doing it on the Rhine River. I don't know if you guys ever spend time. The Rhine area in Germany is beautiful, lots of ruins and castles, and and it's like it's spooky. It's like that's why I wrote the song I Rule the Ruins. So we will go to to the roots.
Yeah, so the song was written especially for the cruise?
And Warriors of the Sea, yes, it was written especially for the cruise, Warriors of the Sea. But I Will Ruins, it was on our Triumph and Agony album, and that was written because I love ruins and castles and all that good stuff, There it is. Oh, you got it. Oh my God. How
Japanese. Oh, there she is.
There is it from 87? Is it the original? Jimmy?
Well, this is the Japanese version that I have.
Oh my God! Wow, you would get a lot of money for it because people like to all these collectors there.
Alan, show her what you got. Yeah. Show her what you got.
So I recently picked up. I had never seen it before.
The Hellbound.
Warlocks, Hellbound, and I wanted to ask you. Now, I'm not a marketing genius, but if I was going to show somebody in this, it would definitely be you. And all we see is your pink nail polish. So what was the thinking behind this, putting smoke and
too much smoke
everywhere?
Guys, too much smoke.
There's nothing.
Actually, I tell you guys the truth. The band had nothing to do with it. It was like in the 80s, the record companies, they had a lot of clout, and actually they did it. And the photographer and the record company, they chose that cover. And in the album, in the limited edition, there's actually a beautiful poster, and it's without smoke, and everybody looks really great, like especially the drummer, which you can't see in this photo. Michael, he looks great. Everybody looks great, but they chose this one. And we were so upset, and but we couldn't do anything about it. And can I see the logo? Can you show me the logo?
Yeah.
that is actually the wrong logo as well. And that was the first edition. And then I called up the record company. And when I was young, when I was a teenager, I totally went berserk and I yelled and screamed at the guy and I said, "It's the wrong logo. You got to put the right logo on." So the next edition was actually the right logo, but still the photo with all the smoke where you couldn't see anybody, just just the pink nail polish. That's funny.
Yeah, this is actually printed in West Germany. This copy here.
So
Yes.
you have a collector's edition there, Alan.
Vertigo.
So
Yes,
are you saying the album was reprinted with the correct logo afterwards?
Yes. Check it out. It was because I was a graphic artist and I did the right logo, the real Warlock logo.
Yeah.
And then when this album came out, then it was the wrong logo and the wrong picture. Oh my God. Yeah. So, but I guess every band knows, like, that stuff like that.
That's the logo
happens,
right there. That's the correct logo.
That's the right one. Yes, that's the right one. Yeah.
Alan, can you open that up there for a second? Is there anything inside?
There's no poster.
Nothing.
There's no poster. I have a nice some photos here.
Yeah.
And the lyrics on the backside.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they got that right.
They got that right, but if I would have known, I have the right poster here, but yeah, I don't know exactly where it is. That will take too long. But there's a beautiful poster actually in the limited edition where you can see all the guys, and yeah, you can see everybody and my pink nail polish, but I'm not anymore into that. It's not anymore pink. It's like it's natural. Yeah.
Are you coming out with a new album? So you got Warriors of the Sea. I'm assuming it's been a while now. I can't even believe this album here. It's 2023.
Yeah. Time flies.
Yeah.
It was
right.
20. It's like 2 years already. Like we're like in 2.5 years now, or something around there. Are you working? I'm assuming. I'm guessing you're coming out with a new album. I'm sure you're working on something.
Actually, yeah, we're working on something. One is like the live DVD, Blu-ray, CD, vinyl, like a big vinyl thing, like maybe 3-4 vinyls. And we did celebrate my 40th anniversary, really big, with many guests, like Miller of Creator was there, and Phil Campbell and Mickey D of Motorhead were there, and oh God, so many and cool ladies, for example, Elisa White Blues from Arch Enemy.
She's from Montreal. She's from Montreal.
Yes,
Yep.
from Montreal. Oh, how cool. Maybe I want to say hi, Elisa. Thank you so much for coming. And Angela Gosso, she was there as well. We all sang All We Are. And Elisa and me, we sang Touch of Evil of the Triumph and Agony album, and All for Metal. That was really cool. And then many, many great guests. Joey Belladonna was there in Wacken.
Oh, wow.
And we did Antisocial, which was one of my favorite songs, actually by Trust and
yes.
Anthrax. Trust was like the original, and we had great people. So we're working on this DVD, Blu-ray, which will take a long time because it was so involved. It was like, I think each hour was like each show was 3 hours long. So it will be a big package. And then I want to do something for Lemmy, because it would be his anniversary, and it's called Rock Till Death, and that will come out in September. And I want to put on all our duets, like we did a couple of duets, like It Still Hurts together and Love Me Forever, Motorhead classic, Alone Again. And then I did some Motorhead covers, like Ace of Spades, of course, and rock and roll. So I'm just in the middle of putting that together in memory of Lemmy Kilmister, because he was my
So a tribute album to Lemmy.
Yes.
Are there any songs that you have not put out there unreleased with Lemmy?
Actually, all these versions, they are pretty much they are different versions than you could find on the records. And that was so funny. I went to the studio and I was checking out, all kinds of bags. And when I'm doing a production, I always have big bags with CDs and stuff. And back in the day, cassettes. And it was so funny. underneath my bed, there was a bag, and I didn't even think of it. I didn't open it for a long time. And that day before I went to the studio, I opened that bag, and there were all these CDs and all our mixes, like the 2 duets I did with Lemmy in LA. Actually, Bob Kulick, he was recording everything. It was his studio, and I found all these unreleased tracks. So this record will have a lot of unreleased mixes and tracks and stuff you already know, but it's different versions. So, and I was like, I guess
alternate takes. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Alternate takes.
Alternate takes, alternate mixes. Because when we did our first duets, Love Me Forever and Alone Again, man, I think we had 10 mixes and we couldn't decide which one was the best. And, and then Lemmy and me, we were always a team. And the engineer, he said, no, you got to have this one. And we said, no, we want to have the demo. And then we worked up from the demo again. And it was a lot of fun. And so you will hear some different mixes. And yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad you found that bag.
Yes, man, can you imagine? And I want to tell you guys, we are just working on it. I want to put out a vinyl, like picture disc vinyl, and maybe CD, but definitely picture disc vinyl, and then a liquid filled vinyl with Lemmy's favorite drinks, whiskey and cola. So it will be probably Jack Daniels and cola in a liquid filled vinyl, and I want to do that. So we are just checking it out how we can do it, but I think there's a way. We found a company, and so that's something really special. So and you can actually put a little hole in it and then check it out. It's definitely Jack Daniels and cola. So just for people who are really like who want to know what's in there,
or they're alcoholic.
Quick suggestion: no smoke on the album cover. No smoke on the album cover, please.
Right? No. That was the first and last time. But in the 80s, I guess many bands know what I'm talking about. The record company, they did sometimes stuff which wasn't cool. Suddenly people had to wear makeup. I remember when one of my favorite bands was Raven, and I loved them. They were raw and great. Yeah. And then one album cover, they had makeup on, and the drummer had
hard.
And I knew it was the idea of the record company. So, yeah, I guess many people, you just have to deal with it. But
yeah. But that's what makes it so unique, the 80s. The bad album covers, the mistakes, the mixing metal with makeup or whatever you want to call it, like hockey helmets, right? They're wearing hockey helmets.
Right.
Wacko.
Was cool, but I don't know if I told you, but our first album cover, Burning the Witches, you guys know?
Yeah, beautiful. I love that cover. It's a great cover.
Yeah, actually, we had a friend of ours, his name was Nico. Not our later guitar player, Nico. His name was Nico Shiriati. He was a great artist. And he was actually painting the album cover for Burning the Witches. And he was still living, with his parents. And one time we came into his room and, it was a small room. And then he was painting something. And I said, oh, can I see what you're painting? And it was the album cover for Burning the Witches. And it was beautiful. It was the warlock, with the long, gray hair, thin guy, with the hoodie on and stuff, exactly this guy you can see here. That was exactly how he looked. And we thought, oh, man, that's so cool. We have the best album cover.
Yes.
And the album title will be Burning the Witches, because there was a little
and little naked lady
handle.
Yes, but it was more in detail. It had
yes.
boobs. It was really nice. So we sent it to the record company, and then a couple of months later, I was still working as a graphic artist, and I got a phone call. And actually, my boss, he said, you're not allowed to take phone calls, And I said, yeah, but I'm sure it is something really important. So my manager was on the phone crying. And I said, what's the matter? His name was Petsy. And he said, it's all ruined. The warlock has an ass on his head. And I said, what are you talking about? I saw this album cover. It was beautiful. He said, no, go and check it out. So after work, I went into the next record store. I bought my own album, and it was not the painting which we delivered to the
Oh
record.
no.
It was another guy just painted the Warlock, and the painted Warlock was now a fat guy, had no hair, no hoodie on, and the girl was like not in detail. That's it. Yeah.
Is that the original? The one you
No, the
wanted?
original, he looked like.
That's the one which the record company, I don't know who did it. No, somebody else did it, but the original album cover was definitely much better. Much.
But I do like this one. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it was terrible.
I like it now too. But back in the day, when something is so important, you put all your effort into
I get it.
A great record, and I mean, it looked better. This one, I think it's more like a cult thing. I love it. But the original, it was like the Warlock is supposed to look, with the gray hair, like more like a male witch, very thin and stuff, but that's lots of things. So, but yeah, I talked to my manager. He was totally devastated. I think he wanted to quit his job because of that. And
Well, at least they got the logo. At least they put the correct logo on that.
Yes, you're right. Correct logo, not the right painting, but
we got the right logo. We got the right logo. If you can see it, there it is. We got the right logo.
Yes, that's it. That's the correct one.
I guess we don't know what the original one, unless it's out there. We don't know what the original one.
I never seen it anymore. I don't know if somebody, maybe a diehard fan, has it. I would love to see it, but I never seen it anymore. There was like.
It's probably somebody at the record company hired their daughter or their brother or their son to do that album cover instead of the one you submitted. So
yes, and the owner of the record company, it was Mausoleum. He died, so I can't ask him.
You can't ask him.
That will be a mystery forever, probably.
Well, if somebody has it that's going to watch this, send it in, and we'll hopefully we could recover that.
Yes.
What about new music? Like, okay, you're doing the Lemmy tribute.
Yeah.
You're coming out with the Wacken Grandos Blu-ray Music 5 album thingy.
It would be called Conquerors Forever, and but a new record. Oh man, that takes a little while. I'm writing new songs, but that will probably take another year, maybe 1.5. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah.
And then the tour, we're surprised there's only one U.S. tour date in St. Charles. I've been to St. Charles. You're going to love it. It's a beautiful town, but it's only one stop over in North America.
Yeah, I think there's another one. I think, we play with Vixen in St. Charles or something on the 6th of September, close to Chicago. And one day before, it's not announced yet, but I think there's something cooking that we will play the Rocktember show.
Okay.
Where's Rocktember in Los Angeles? I don't remember.
Oklahoma?
No. Is it?
That's Rocklahoma.
Yeah, Rocklahoma.
Yeah. That's not the one. Oh man, I don't know.
Doro, I remember when we spoke last year, you said, 2025 are going back to North America, with a tour. I mean, is there any plans for North American tour?
Actually, we wanted to do all the festivals, but and I got a phone call for this big festival, and then I said, no, we got somebody else. So at the moment, there's not a tour planned, but probably beginning of next year, and we do the 2 gigs for sure, but there's not a whole tour.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll wait. I remember the last time, Alan, when's the last time Doro played Montreal? It must have been,
I don't know.
A long
8 years ago, 9 years ago, if anything.
Oh, no.
I remember seeing a poster in a record shop. Do you remember that, Alan? It says Doro and probably Fafun Electric or something like that. I don't remember where it was. But anyways, whatever. It's okay. It's no biggie.
We gotta make it happen. The last big tour was with Metal Church in 2019, and and then the COVID stuff happened, and then we couldn't go anymore. And another tour was cancelled because of COVID, but beginning of next year I'm coming back, and to Montreal and to Yeah, to Canada as well. Yeah,
So what
yeah.
else do you have cooking? What else do you have on? You're going to be okay. There's a lot, but is there anything else that's going on?
Yeah, actually, 2 days ago, I filmed a beautiful video. It's a band, they sing in English and in German. They call it Feuerschwanz. And we did a great video. It's an awesome video. It will probably come out in, I think the single is coming out in July. It's called Valhalla. And it will be an awesome video. The same guy who did my videos for Time for Justice and Children of the Dawn and the duet with Rob Halford, Total Eclipse of the Heart,
Right.
same guy who did it. His name is Milkovitsky, and he's awesome. And we just did it 2 days ago, and there were a lot of. I had an eagle on my arm, and
The
there were
horses.
horses and fire, and it was grand. It was really grand.
Is this your song or you're guesting on another
I,
person's album?
I'm guesting on another person's album, and the band is called Feuerschwanz. You would
Okay.
translate it fire tail or something, and it's something like Power Wolf. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
familiar with
Yeah,
Power.
I've seen a lot of their videos. They're very good. I love their videos. They're very good.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
they used to be our support band, and now they are huge. Man, I'm happy for them. I'm so happy for them. It's awesome. Yeah, I saw their shows. Like,
And I think we forgot about this. The Lifetime Achievement Award that you received, Klaus Meine from the Scorpions, I guess he inducted you, right? I mean, just tell us about that. That's a big thing.
oh yeah, man, that was actually from my. I live in America and I'm from Germany, and my hometown was Düsseldorf. And I got this Lifetime Achievement Award from the mayor of Düsseldorf,
Wow.
and it was great. And then they invited Klaus Meine. I didn't even know about it, and he did a beautiful speech. It was really, really heartfelt and heartwarming. It moved me to tears. It was so awesome. And it was actually 2 days before they started the South America tour. And man, I tell you, I know I'm a singer. I think I couldn't do it, and that he came to give me that award. That meant so much to me. And I will be a guest on their anniversary. They have a big anniversary show
Wow.
in Hanover, Germany, on the 5th of July. And Alice Cooper is playing, and Judas Priest is playing, and Uli John Roth will be there. Uli
Oh,
John Roth,
wow.
I will be there, and I will probably sing a couple of songs, and we will
What,
celebrate
what,
big. And
what
yeah,
song would you like to sing from the Scorpions?
actually, um, when they came to my anniversary, it was actually my 25th anniversary. We did Big City Nights and Rock
Mm.
You Like a Hurricane. So maybe these two songs, but I think Big City Nights, that might be definitely the one. We just did it last year in Wacken, and that went over really well. So I can imagine I would be up for that. And yeah, but that would be big. And it's already sold out. It's a big stadium. I think 50, 60,000 people stadium. But if people want to get tickets, I guess you can find them, somehow. But I heard it's sold out, so the regular tickets are gone. But yeah, it's like, wow, what an accomplishment! So many years. I I knew about the Scorpions when I was still in school, and
Me
and then
too.
Me
you
too.
too, yeah. And the first time we played together was actually in 1986 on the legendary Monsters of Rock festivals in Castle Donington, England, and two in Germany. But we didn't meet because back then in the 80s, same with the record covers and the sound, like there were so many restrictions. Like usually the management, the agency, the record company, they kept all their acts, like pretty much, you weren't free to contact other bands or to even talk to them. So I didn't talk to the Scorpions in 86, but I met him. I met Klaus Meine when I was working with Gene Simmons in LA, and I was driving down like Hollywood Boulevard or Sunset Strip, and suddenly I thought, that guy looks like Klaus Meine. And and then, I put on the brakes, and I said, "Are you Klaus?" And he said, "Yes, hi Doro, it's me, Klaus." And are you Doro? And I said, "Yes, yes, yes, I'm Doro." So that was the very first time we met. And then we met many, many times, and we toured together and played together many times. And
How would like Klaus looks like the nicest guy. How would you describe him? Like if you could describe him, how would you describe him?
he's a super sweet, very intelligent, very sensitive, very, very much from the heart. Super okay, like totally cool, very down to earth, very human, like somebody you love to hang out with, you love to talk and, have dinner with or a drink with. Of course, he's a great showman, and on stage they're like awesome. But as a human being, he's a fine, fine person, like super nice. One of the nicest people I've ever met. And yeah, he's super talented, but very, yeah, very like, like he could be your best friend, and then he would hop on stage and would say, wow, that's bigger than life. But he's super nice. And yeah, very
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
When you speak about all these collaborations, we had the chance to interview Udo not long ago, and he was talking about Winter Dreams, and it goes to your passion. He said to film that video, you were freezing that day, but you're such a trooper. You made it happen, and he was very complimentary of your performance.
Oh, thank you so much for telling me. Oh, that was it was rough. At first, I came there late at night, and then the video director said, okay, tonight we go to this castle. We will film already like your vocals, which is always the most important thing. And I thought, oh no, God, I have to learn the lyrics. I have to lip sync. I was totally tired. And then we went to this castle. It was in the middle of the night. And then Udo and me, we looked at each other and we said, where's that castle? And then the guy said, hey, all the way up. And it was all the way up, and it was in the ice and snow, and it was so cold, it was so freezing. So we went up. We hardly made it up. It was really dangerous. It was not a normal street. It was unbelievable. So, and then inside the castle, it was even colder, and you could always see our breath, like when we were singing. We have it on our making of stuff. It's always the breath, and in the video you can't really see it, but it was cold as hell. And I thought, oh my God, but it came out great. And for Udo, yeah, he's one of my best friends too. So I would do anything, to make it happen, to make it work. And I think it came out really nice. I love the mix, and I love the video, and I will probably do it in Wackeln with him.
Nice, it's amazing.
Yeah, this year.
That German work ethic is just incredible. Great work ethic.
Oh, it's so much going on. But I want to show you guys something.
Okay, good.
Always a surprise.
Yeah, it's a surprise, and it was something really exciting. There were some people, they contacted me, and they are like digging out stuff, like from millions of years. And they contacted me and they said, Doro, we found something in Gotland, Sweden, and it's actually 424 million years old. And that's I show it. It's like these little things. They are 424 million years old. And
like bacteria, is that it?
No, it's a microfossil. It's a microfossil. Wow. And it's actually it's a brittle star. And they made actually a little thing for me that I could see it, how it really looks. And that's actually
oh wow.
And that was the end of like the Conquerors album. And I thought, that's so thoughtful. So I just got it. And yeah, and then I thought, I mean, that is like just a replica. Yeah. But this one in the frame, I thought, yeah, that's very nice. And then I called him. I said, that's not real, right? They said, that's the real thing. Wow. 424 million years old.
Unbelievable.
No? So, and that was like, and then I went there, and they were all like, of course, not the real deal, but it looked really real. All the Tyrannosaurus Rex and everybody. It's a big park where they built all like these, these big animals, and it was mind blowing. And that one has my name, Ophiopetagno Doro. That's the name, because they said that work is pretty hard, and they were sometimes so frustrated, and they were always listening to metal, and they were always listening to our music. And then when they found something, then I said it needs to have the name.
So in other words, they named it. The scientists named it after you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So this little bacteria or creature or whatever it is.
Creature, yeah, brittle star, the brittle star.
Brittle star.
But it's called.
Well, congratulations.
Say the word. Say the word. How do they pronounce it? Doro.
Ophiopetagno Doro.
Unbelievable.
Doro, yeah. And it's a
Don't drop it though. Whatever you do, don't drop it. It might start a pandemic.
Yes. I just
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
but I wanted to show it
That's
because
Yes, thank you.
incredible.
That's
That's
amazing.
incredible. That's such an honor, isn't it? Not only to receive a lifetime achievement award, but get to a sort of a species named after you. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, and that even people are so interested in metal, and I said, no, we are all metalheads and stuff. So oh, wow, that's great. And actually, I think Lemmy, he has another thing that's even older. It's 436 million years old, and they named another thing after David Bowie, and Dio has one as well. So I was there actually in addition, and I heard people in Oklahoma, they want to have the exhibition in Oklahoma, so it will travel, so you can see all like these amazing things. And
you're in very good company. You're in very good company. So
what a legacy! What a legacy! You know, it's incredible. It must be very touching, right? You know, people do these things, and you don't expect this type of stuff. It's incredible.
Hey, Alan, Jimmy, I tell you, I don't know why I'm so blessed in this life and meeting great people, meeting you guys, meeting the fans, meeting people, you know, who put the name on the fossils. It's awesome. It is really awesome. And
our time is almost up, but I just want to congratulate you again. Warriors of the Sea. It's so catchy. I heard it once and I can't get it out of my head.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, we will play it live now. In the next couple of days for the first time. I'm hoping, I'm going to rehearsal right now, and I will see if it translates live as well as it's, you know,
I'm sure it'll be a song everybody can sing along to.
Yes, especially, you know, and we are doing so many metal cruises, the Monster of Rock cruise we did, and 70,000 tons of metal, and the full metal cruise. So this one is the Metal Queen metal cruise, but yeah, I will probably sing it many more times. I hope the fans love it. So, you know,
I'm sure they will. It's very catchy.
On that note, thank you so much for your time. I hope I don't run out of batteries. We made it. I didn't.
Oh, we made
it. 35 minutes. We're good.
It goes back on. Yeah, it's always so nice to see you guys, Jimmy, Alan.
Same here.
Super nice to talk and catch up.
Well,
thanks very much, Doro. It's always a pleasure.
Keep us posted on all your happenings, and we'll more than happy to share, you know, what's going on in the Doro world.
Yes, thank you, and say hi to all the metalheads out there. I love them with all my heart. Film forever.
All right.
Talk
Thank
soon,
you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Stay well.